Instead of lashing out in bitterness at his captors, including President Ortega, Bishop Álvarez has called for forgiveness, renewal, and hope. Bishop Álvarez deserves to be respected and revered and free, not persecuted and incarcerated. We again appeal to President Daniel Ortega, let Bishop Álvarez go. Release him from prison. The video of Bishop Álvarez released this week by the government of Nicaragua raises serious questions and concerns about his well-being. He has lost weight. Is he ill? Is he being provided proper nutrition and basic medical care? Conspicuous array of food and drink on the two tables in the government video is eerily reminiscent of a trip Congressman Frank Wolf and I made back in 1989 to Perm Camp 35, the infamous Soviet political prison in the Ural Mountains.
I was interrogated and I was accused of giving hate speeches, of organizing an uprising. I was following orders from Monsignor Rolando, and they asked me what were those orders. How much money did Bishop Rolando receive from the US government and the European Union? Do you know how much money the bishop and priests received? Who else advised the bishop? Do you know what the clergy did in their meetings? When they met in the parishes, what did they say? Was it really about spiritual retreats, or was it about bad-mouthing the government? Who was in charge of the media? Did we receive money from the Chamorro Foundation, and how much did we receive?
Despite the regime's egregious human rights abuses, however, Nicaragua remains a member of the Dominican Republic Central American Free Trade Agreement, or CAFTA-DR. Congress needs to seriously re-examine Nicaragua's membership in CAFTA-DR in light of the current situation and consider the full scope of economic tools at our disposal.
The U.S. should also consider sanctions against the Nicaragua Central Bank for profiting from the confiscations, not only of Nicaraguans, but now of U.S. citizens, along with the private banks that have branches in the United States for either colluding with the regime, either directly or by their inaction. The U.S. should also consider sanctioning the Nicaraguan Institute for Civil Aeronautics for participating in and profiting from these flights. Finally, NDI commends the bipartisan efforts by this committee and the Senate Foreign Relations Committee to increase scrutiny of lending by the Central American Development Bank of Economic Integration, CABE.